Hey guys, my name is Jared Arambula and welcome to Jared's View. This is a channel I'd like to dedicate to try to find the middle ground on today's politics. A little bit of background for you. I was a person that was very intrigued by politics back in the day. This is when I was 16 all the way through college. I started to see the world differently as a lot of young people do, and I had a lot of strong opinions. That being said, my major issue with the world was about insurance. I am a wheelchair user and have been my entire life, and that is something that it was very close. Uh, it was very close to me, and I was worrying about this for my friends, for my peers, buying of catheters, the subjects of this nature, and and as any college student, you'd have strong opinions on anything. That being said, as I got older, I actually moved overseas to play professional wheelchair basketball. In that, my focus was on the basketball, was on trying to make a U.S. national team. It was something different than politics, something different than my day in and day out, and being away from the U.S. and the news. It shaped who I was differently. So a little bit more about me is something I study. I would say relatively proficiently, but it's something I enjoy in even my off time is history. I went to school to be a history teacher. I'm working on trying to become a history professor one day. Takes a lot of money and a lot of schooling. And with that, my entire algorithm was set to history. It's set to things that what probably most people would consider boring, and how the world's connected and what the past is like and how it means something today. And it's all very important. But as I came back to the US, and again, I'm once again trying to train to be in the national team, um, I saw the world is different. I saw the US has changed. And I'm trying to figure out what that answer is. And instead of having one side or the other, I think my unique perspective would be sitting in the middle, being able to have a conversation. And that is something that I'm seeing in the US, especially. And I could speak for parts of Europe, having lived there, not just stayed there, but lived there for years. My wife is Swiss. I lived in Switzerland for the last 3 years, and prior to that, 7 years overseas playing basketball. And right now, we live in a climate that we can't communicate, and the goal of this channel is to bring in either different ideas, different political ideas, different strong ideas, and see if we can find a middle ground and see if we can actually find the answer moving forward. And I I'm sure that this will be a exciting channel and it will be fun to go back and forth with people, but the ultimate goal is to find the middle ground. We have to understand our society first as it's breaking down, our cultures are breaking down, and why. Until we can get to the answer why, instead of just flying off the handle and yelling at one way or the other, uh, it's just we're heading in a direction that we don't quite understand. And I hope to be the person that helps to mend that fence.